if you try to force this code onto other people as well, like religion has, people will not really buy into it. But the reason you get people to smoke is by offering that we've said before, or it's by being there. It's always by having the answer, but never always giving the answer unless they want it. So the biggest thing is just don't pressure people. They don't have to follow the code. That's your choice. And so if they would like to, you're there to tell them about it, to inform them, but you're not like a religious person where you're going to, it's not your duty to save them. It's theirs to follow it if they like or not, but it is not your duty to save them. Your duty is just to inform if it's there and to follow the code yourself. Only you can fail the code. So this is not a religion. This is ways to be a better person through stories of stoners. Now, we've gone over a few of these. We did offer but don't insist. Share your trees freely. There's one I talked to last night on the show, Cannabis Synergy. And so I'm going to start with 17 and just redo it because I think it's very important with cannabis becoming legal. This is very important for people that are used to smoking compared to new ones that aren't. So 17 says, if someone flies too high, help them safely land. The story that he explains is the stoner gets a beautiful brand new bong and he invites 3 of his friends over. Now, he packs it up and he hits it and he passes it to his friends and it gets to the last person, and he has never smoked a bong before, but he didn't want to look weird in front of his friends or didn't want to feel like the outsider, and so he hits the bong. And as he hands it to the stoner and goes to say thank you, he starts coughing, and he's coughing so much, and you can just tell that it was not a good hit for him. And so the stoner is just keeping an eye on him. But unfortunately, one of the other friends, or the pothead, looks at him and he's like, "Are you freaking out?" And then between the 2 potheads, the first one says, "Hey man, the cops, or somebody call the cops are coming." And you can see the the third friend is just, eyes get a little bit bigger. And then you see the other pothead say, "Hey man, you know someone can die if they smoke too much weed." And the friend that had just hit it, his eyes just bug, and he just looks freaked out and scared. And so the stoner takes the one friend, brings him into the other room, he lays him down, and he says, "Can I get you anything?" And you see the friend try to say something but can't. So the stoner goes to the kitchen and gets him a glass of water and comes in and gives it to the guy. The guy drinks it and finally says, "Thanks, man. That's all I needed." And he said, "Don't worry, man. You can't die from cannabis. The cops aren't coming. You're going to be okay. Like, this is something you smoked a little too much, and you just need to ride it out." And so he got him a blanket. He played him some music that he liked, and he let him sort of chill out. Once he realized that his friend was okay, he goes into the other room to talk to him. And the guys are like, "Hey, man, we're just having some fun." And he's like, "Wrong. Fun flows from honesty. Fun does not flow from lies. And so if someone flies too high, you help them land safely." And so this is just really important, is when your friends do try to smoke with you, the first rule is know your tolerance. Know how much you smoke. If you've never smoked before, do not hit a bong. I have seen so many people freak out, puke, or just not enjoy their high because they started with a bong. Start with a bowl hit. A bowl is like having your first beer, where a bong is like ripping a triple shot of Jaeger. Just do not do it. It's irresponsible. You're not going to enjoy it, and you're not going to smoke again. And so don't do that to your friends either. Find out how much they smoke, know their tolerance, and just let them take little hits. Like, you can always smoke more, you can always eat more with edibles, you can always drink more. You can never smoke, drink, or eat less. So take your time, enjoy cannabis. It's a beautiful thing, and so you don't have to rush it. Also, if you do get, what I also brought up in the show last night, is if you do get too high, there are things that you can do to help bring it down. CBD. People are like, wait, so I'm using cannabis to counteract cannabis? Yes. THC is the psychoactive ingredient in cannabis. It is also health beneficial. It is great for pain, and it helps with sleep for insomnia. It's great with cancer patients. But however, it is very psychoactive. CBD is a non-psychoactive medicinal benefit that helps with inflammation and things like that. So when you get too high on THC, you actually bring some CBD into it. It'll help mellow it out and create a good balance instead of just being focused on that THC psychedelic or psychoactive feeling. So CBD will counteract it. Also, potassium. Usually when smokers, your potassium and sodium levels lower. And so grab a banana, eat a banana, and within probably 30 minutes or so, it'll calm down a lot more. Now, those are if you fly too high and you want to safely land. If you're like me, if you were an all-day, everyday stoner, and you like to be high 24/7, you want ways to increase your high instead of bringing it down. So you want ways to make that weed last longer. So the 3 fruits that I really like that help, you have sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes have a high vitamin E and vitamin B. These help raise the serotonin levels, which put you in a good mood. These are also going to be better than your munchies. With those serotonin levels higher, that's going to put you in a good mood. So when you do smoke, your thoughts are going to be a lot clearer. Sometimes people that smoke a lot, or that sometimes just smoke for the first time, you get a little bit of paranoia, or some people can get dark into their head. So with that serotonin levels rise, when you do smoke, it'll give you really happy thoughts. And so that'll just make your high just way more enjoyable for the people that do sometimes get a little bit in their heads. You also have nuts. Nuts have an omega-3 fatty acid, which helps bond. Cannabis bonds to fat. And so when it bonds to the omega-3 fatty acids, it's actually going to help it hit quicker and last longer. So next time, instead of grabbing like the chocolate or whatever, grab a thing of like pistachios, and you're going to enjoy your high a lot better. Plus, it's going to be way healthier for you. And then my third and favorite is mangoes. Oh my God, do I love mangoes. And what's great about mangoes and cannabis is myrcene. Very few plants have myrcene terpenes in it. Cannabis and mangoes both have myrcene, and so when you smoke, the myrcene actually bonds to each other from the cannabis and the mangoes, making it a laster. Sorry, I apologize. Making it last longer, and just having a more impactful high. So if you're running low on weed and you can't pick up any more weed, go get some mangoes, and then it'll help increase it and stretch that weed just a little bit longer. So that's my podcast for the day. Welcome to episode 4, or thank you for listening to episode 4. I'm your host, Shagwhelin Bullock. Just a big shout out again to Cannabis Synergy. Just gave me so much good vibes. We're building such a beautiful community. So if you weren't at this show, make sure we have the show the last Friday of every month. We have our show, and so you better make sure you're at the next one, because it is such an experience. It's like nothing in the whole world. So come be a part of it. Come support us, and let's grow this to even bigger heights. Also, again, Saturday, March 7th, Pause for the Cause. Bring your furry friend, or bring home a furry friend. The Cannabis Education and Dog Adoption at Courtyard 1301 Market Street. I am so excited. This is my first event that I've put on or hosted, and so I really want to be successful. So please come out. Even if you don't want a dog, just come out and support. Ask the questions you've wanted to about cannabis, and let's just make some good happen. We're trying to raise $2,000 for Tragic to Magic and get 10 dogs adopted. Let's get that happen. Let's make that happen. So that's all I have for you today. Again, just I have Eugene Kurolap, or at Eugene Music. This is Footsteps Before Spring. And remember, everybody, have a happy 420.
It's called Footsteps in the Spring. Tell me when will you come back to me? Tell me how I'll lift you up over my head, into my arms. We'll travel far, or lie beneath the stars. Maybe it will last. Maybe we'll get lost, like the footsteps before spring. Outside my window sits a woman, I think you know who she is. She writes a journal about her journeys in the sun rays and her kids. She lights me up, she makes me think about what could have been, about things I missed. Maybe it will last, maybe we'll get lost, like the footsteps before spring. But without you, it's like a third world place, baby. Deja vu. Maybe it will last. Maybe we'll get lost. Will there be a chance? One more quick romance before the snow comes back again. Cut.
Again, that was Eugene Music, or Eugene Kurolap. Happy 420.